Okay, good morning, everyone. While we are waiting a bit, I think that you should all check the delegates page in Discourse to be sure that your name is there, because very, very soon we will need it. And I think that if Mikuláš is here, it's 11:05. I think that he has current European Party chairperson should maybe start introducing the meeting.
Thank you, Alessandro. Hope you can hear me, and I would probably then start. So first and foremost, very much welcome on the first European Pirate Party Council meeting after the European election 2024. I guess we are all still full of the emotions coming from the elections, and this meeting will be very important to discuss the elections, discuss what are our visions and how to approach the future, and set some plans for this ongoing term, or this starting term of the European Parliament. It is also very important because the multiple people, including myself, have actually concluded that there is a time to give space for new blood, new faces in the board. So we will be electing the couple positions in the board to overcome that, and hopefully also we will discuss the outcome of the elections in general. Unfortunately, what should be said was that this election are a little bit of a setback for us, because we are effectively back in the square one, as we have been in 2009 and 2014. We have just one MEP. The pirate parties have not overall got very good numbers of votes, and this should probably be reflected in the discussion as well, because we need to discuss how to move our topics forward, how to promote the digital policies in the changing environment, where the situation of in politics turbulently changes. I mean, saying that, we have seen all across Europe surge of the far-right parties, or more in general populistic movements, attacking the democracy itself, and this is a challenge where we as pirates have to stay forward, and which we have to approach, because we have been to be the alternative to the existing system. We have considered ourselves always to be the democratic alternative to the system, to an alternative with the perception to improve the system. However, there are now succeeding movements that are aimed mainly on destroying our democracy as we know it. So these are challenges we are facing, and certainly the organization will face a lot of more challenges of, let's say, the administrative character as well. Namely because of the result of the election, there will be certain chunk of resources coming. I mean, as we went down from 4 MEPs to just 1, we probably have to expect that our resources that were originally possible to get from cooperation with the delegation of pirates in the European Parliament will shrink. Most notably, probably IT or the support of our network officer, Matthias Birnemann. These are challenges that the future board will certainly have to face in the sense of, like, administrative questions, but there will be also political, because we have currently just one MEP, Markéta Gregorová. We will have to debate how to proceed further on. Markéta is now in full work on the negotiations within the European Parliament. As you all know, we have an agreement with the Greens that guarantees European Party position within the Green Group, including some additional advantages, like, for example, resources, the staff, and so on. And the European Pirate Party was mandated to actually agree on this agreement, and also supervise how to further proceed with its implementation. Markéta is now, to my knowledge, discussing with the other groups. In the media, there was mentioned the Renew Europe group, and the main reason for this discussion was the fact that the party of Andrej Babiš, ANO, has surprisingly left it on Friday of this week, which certainly shifts the group and itself, because its composition changed, and under such circumstances, it's probably worth to explore all the options that might stay in front of us, or in front of Markéta in person. Nevertheless, I believe we as Pirates, we stick to the principles of data-driven policy and a rational approach, and we will follow the logic of best implementation of our election program that we have agreed before the elections within the parliament, and we are just debating the resources that are needed for delivering on that issue. So, without further prolonging, I would probably transfer the word to Alessandro. Me as chair, I'm ending. I mean, as I haven't been re-elected, I certainly feel the need to actually withdraw a bit from the politics and work on my personal stuff and other activities. I will be still available within the European Pirate Party Mattermost. I will be available for the new board to actually provide all the informations that are needed. But as said previously, I'm not running for further continuation in the politics. I'm now becoming more like a private person. So with that, I would like to thank you all for very good cooperation and very good opportunity for me to work with you. It was really a pleasure and a great honor to represent the European Pirate Party as the chairperson. And I'm really keeping fingers crossed for the future board that will succeed to continue in the good work and to present better results than we were able. Thank you very much. Transferring back to Alexandro and following.
Just Mikolas, just want to let you know I'm present.
Sorry. Then not to Alessandro, but to Sarah, who agreed to actually chair the meeting.
Thank you, Mikolas.
Sorry for that.
That's okay. Don't worry. You did a wonderful speech there, and I think I would have called on you to, make a finishing speech in any case. I might need to call on you again later in the meeting as well. So, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Yalamerson. I go by Bo. So this is the first time that I chair a... yes, I will give Alessandro a chance to speak. So this is the first time I chair this type of meeting. So if anyone wants to or feels like I I've missed something, please just let me know. Alessandro, go ahead. Your turn.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I mean, I think that I'm not complaining. Just inform you. I would suggest first of all to check all the attendees. So basically, we should first of all, before starting the formalities, to elect actually the chair, because for the records, of course, I'm more than happy that you chaired the meeting. You did amazing work during our board meetings, including the last one we held in Brussels. But first of all, I would suggest to check all the international delegates and presence attendees, so we have a clear understanding of who the situation, who is here, who is not here, all the eventual votes that we have to take in account. After that, we can proceed electing the chair of this meeting. And once you are elected, you chair the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Alessandro. All right then. In previous meetings, we have simply had a roll call. Alessandro, do you feel we're okay with that for this meeting too?
Yes, absolutely. No, I'm not. Of course,
Okay.
of course. I mean, the thing is that first of all, you need to check the presence.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank you. So we have a few delegates. So let's start with the MEP delegation. And the delegate here is Matthias Bjarnemalm with 2 votes. Matthias, are you present?
I am present.
Wonderful. Great to have you here. Next, we have Pirati with 1 vote. And the delegates for Pirati are Eleonora Serati and Marco Confalonieri. Eleonora, are you present? Eleonora? No, Eleonora? Okay. Marco Confalonieri, are you present?
Yeah, I am present.
Okay. So Eleonora is not present?
Not for now, she might join later.
Okay. Then we know. Thank you, Marco. It's great to have you here. And then for PPCAT, I'm not sure which one that is.
Yes, hello.
Okay, so Joseph Guario, is that correct? Guario?
Guirao.
Okay, Guirao.
We are from Piratas of
Catalonia. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, of course. All right.
Thank
and the Pirates of Catalonia have 1 vote. Welcome, Joseph. It's great to have you here. Next, we have the Swiss Pirates. People. Is People present? People? No people. Okay. Is Jorgo present? Okay, it seems like we don't have any Swiss pirates present. If there are any Swiss pirates in the room, either say your name or raise your hand so we know you're here. Okay, so we don't have any Swiss pirates in the room. They are applying for membership and they will have 1 vote. Next, we have the Czech Pirates and we have Michal Gill.
Present.
Wonderful.
Roman will show up later.
Okay. Well, we have Michal, and that's great. Good to see you. And the Czech Pirates have 3 votes. Next, we have the German Pirates. And
Gregory and me both present.
Pardon?
Gregory and me both present.
Wonderful. Yes, and I can see Gregory
Yes,
there.
I am present.
Yes, excellent. Okay, great to have you here. You guys have 2 votes. Finnish Pirates are represented by Marco Confalonieri, and we know you are already here. They have 1 vote. The Pirate Party of France is represented by Francois Tabuteau. You have 1 vote. Francois, are you present?
Yes.
Wonderful. Good to have you here. Then we have the Pirate Party of Iceland, and we have Gisli Raffen. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Are you present, Gisli?
Gisli is not here yet, but I am here, Christine Krolla.
Krolla, okay. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you.
And you have 3 votes.
Thank you.
All right. Then the next one is the Pirate Party of Luxembourg with Mathis Godefroid. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. And you have 3 votes.
Thank you.
I don't see anyone from the Dutch Pirate Party. So we'll move on. From the Swedish Pirate Party, we have Jakob Sinclair and Kevin Stenberg. Jakob, are you present? Jakob?
There is a Jakob picture in the I can see it.
Okay. All right. I can see you're here, but you have trouble with your microphone. All right. So you are present. Very good. Kevin is not present, and I don't know when Kevin will be present. We have been trying to reach him. The next one is Pirate Party. Is it Slovenia?
Yes,
Ajash?
Slovenia. Hello, I'm here.
Welcome.
We're here.
Welcome. And you have 1 vote. And then we have the Young Pirates of Europe, Jakob Sinclair, and you're already here. And the Young Pirates of Europe have 2 votes. Finally, we have the Pirate Parties International, who are observers. We have Bailey Lamon and Keith Goldstein. Bailey, are you present?
Yes, I'm present.
Oh, lovely. Great to have you here. Welcome. And then we have Keith. Are you present, Keith?
Keith should be here at some point. I'm not sure exactly when he'll be joining, but he did say he would be.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, well, it seems that everyone who needs to be here is here. All right, the Pirate Party of Slovakia does not have a delegate. Does anyone know anything about the Pirate Party of Slovakia? Yes, Mike, you have raised your hand. Go ahead.
The guy they usually send to these things, Rudolf Molnar, recently quit the party, so I suppose that probably has something to do with that.
Oh dear, sorry to hear that, but thank you for letting us know. I think we are, we have the full roll call, or we've completed the roll call, and most people are here. If you have any colleagues that show up or that are arriving later, please remember to announce them in the chat. And Bastian, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little bit quiet. Otherwise, it's all good.
Fine. Want to add the Pirate Party of Potsdam is also present and represented by me. We are also an observer member. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Very good. And that means the next step. So we have, we have all our observer members present there too. Thank you, Alessandro. And that means it's time to elect meeting chairs and minute takers. So, do we have any volunteers for meeting chair other than myself? No? Is there anyone who would prefer someone else as a meeting chair? No? Okay. Then I will continue chairing the meeting. We also need to elect a minute taker. At the moment we have Alessandro. And do we have any other volunteers for minute takers? And Petra. Okay, and Florian. All right, so this is who will be the official minute taker for this meeting, who will be responsible for making sure the minutes have been taken. All right, so Alessandro, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I would say that I shared the minute link, even though from the last previous two meetings, if I'm not mistaken, we weren't sharing these links anymore because the minute, I mean, not just for being untransparent, but just to help the work of minute takers. Because everything actually, all the official stuff like voting or delegating is present on Discords, and every delegate can write on Discords. Nonetheless, of course, the minute link is there because someone explicitly requested, but I would kindly ask everyone except the minute takers not to write in the minute. If you have something to say, write here in the chat or raise your hand. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, thank you very much. In that case, we have 3 minute takers. We have Florian, Alessandro, and Petra. All right, are we all happy with this choice, or would you prefer someone else? I interpret your silence as everyone is happy with the choice. Then let's move on. Okay, so the next step is approval of the agenda. Okay, so do we have any submissions for changes? I see the Pirate Party of Slovenia would like to submit a change.
No, sorry, it was a joke when you were asking that if it's okay with us. Yes, we submit to you.
Oh my, am I being so dominant? No, it's okay. So, well, sometimes it's needed. And I do come from a martial arts background, so yeah. Okay, anyways. All right, I want to try and keep the meeting on track. Oh, Francois, you have no idea. Okay, so let's see. Excellent. So Florian has prepared the vote, and that is in the discourse. All right, Florian, do you have the link? Excellent. So you can see the link in the chat. So please go in and vote on the agenda. Okay, so that first vote on the approval of the agenda, you respond by posting your name. So you cast your vote by posting a message and stating your party and the number of the votes cast. So you can state your name, the party, and how many votes you have. So this is just yes or no. All right, go ahead. We'll give you guys a few minutes to respond. Okay. Very good. Okay, we've got someone with a problem with their device. Marco, can you switch device? After all, you can respond on both mobile and computer. Thank you, Marco. Yeah, it can always be down to the system. All right, very good. I think we have. Well, we're still waiting for a few more votes. There we go. And yes, that's an excellent recommendation from Alessandro. Please use this vote to check that everything works for you and let us know if you're having any kind of trouble. And you can also put the vote in your in the chat if you are not able to use discourse. Okay. Happy to hear that it worked out for you, Marco. I think we have everyone now. Could we get a vote count? Just a moment. All right. And we do like this. So we have. All right. So yeah, this is unanimous. So the agenda is approved. Okay, and if anyone is, you're right, we're missing the Catalonians. But see here. We should still have our Catalonian. Oh, our Catalonian has disconnected. You're absolutely right there. Okay. There we go. Now we have it. Okay. But it's definitely unanimous then. All right. So let's continue. All right. Oh, that's odd. My system is not cooperating with me fully here. So just a moment, please. There we go. Okay, now I have the agenda ahead of me again. So we have approved the agenda, and that means we move on to point 2, decisions and discussions, where we will need to talk about membership applications, and then we will move forward to a debrief of the 2024 European elections. Alessandro, go ahead.
Sorry, maybe I'm missing something, but point 2, it should be the updating of voting power, but maybe we can skip it because we already announced the voting power during the attendees. Because as you all know, we had elections recently, and there are slightly different voting powers respecting the previous council meetings in a couple of our members.
All right, so this has been updated. So the numbers are what has been written in the among the members there, but okay. So let's move on then. All right. Now we are on point 3. Sorry. Decisions and discussions, again, membership applications. So we have one membership application from the Swiss Pirate Party. Okay, so we didn't have a representative of the Swiss Pirate Party here at the start of the meeting. Do we have a representative from the Swiss Pirate Party now? Okay, someone who just joined. Was that Exile? I think we just lost him. Jorgo? All right, Jorgo, welcome.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes, beautifully.
Okay, hello.
Welcome. So go ahead. Could you tell us a little bit about your application?
About the Swiss application,
Yes,
actually, we were a member and then we lost membership because something with the payment didn't work, so we tried to reapply. That's the whole thing.
Yes, okay, thank you. And if you need to read a bit more about this, okay. Oh, all right, so you can read a little bit more about this in the previous history, but this is what we will be voting on. Alessandro, would you like to add anything to this? Is there anything else that we need? Otherwise, we can proceed to the next point.
No, actually not. No, actually not. Thank you, Chair. I mean, as a treasurer, we had a conversation, and I do apologize for missing some information that I could confirm that the PP Switzerland Pirate Party tried to pay, but the payment didn't arrive. So that's why. But everything is set. You can see all the payments in our
thread.
actually in our, not only in our chat, but also in our transparent bank account on the wiki page. And also you will receive, because I do confirm that they paid also the 2024 membership fees in advance, so you will receive soon an invoice with all set. Thank you, and apologize on behalf of the whole organization.
Okay, very good. I think we're ready to vote on this then. Or are there any questions? If you have any questions, please raise your hand. Otherwise, we will proceed to vote. I don't see any hands raised. Let's proceed to the vote. And the link is, again, in the chat. Thank you, Florian. Same procedure as before. Okay, we're getting a lot of responses here. Very good. And the Catalonian. Okay, very good. So we're all for it. Okay, I don't think we've missed anyone. So let's continue. And that looks like a unanimous pass. Are we missing anyone? U-S-I-C-C. Oh. We're missing the Germans. Would you like to vote or refrain? Please let us know if you are having trouble. Okay, we have the German vote and the delegation, please. All right, we still don't have a vote from the delegation. Okay, just waiting for that one to come in. Otherwise, all right. So that is passed unanimously. Congratulations, Swiss Pirates. You are back. All right, very good. Nice job, everyone. And thank you, Florian, for the for managing the votes. Okay. Next, we have a debrief of the 2024 European Parliament elections. We have a lot of countries here, so please try to be brief. We will start by going through each country, and then we will talk, or then we will get a debrief from the pirate delegation. So I think it's probably best to take these in the same order as the the delegates. So let's start with Pirati. Marco, please go ahead.
Yes. So we had the decision from taken at the previous council meeting that supported us for presenting our symbol and our list in the Italian seats for the European elections. In the end, what happened was that we, as you remember, the previous council meeting had basically mandated us for trying to do a single list together with the Italian para party. Unfortunately, they decided to present their symbol alone. So we presented our symbol with the European para party logo. Unfortunately, in the meantime, a legislative change happened so that we weren't able to participate anymore without collecting signatures. This means that we could present the symbol, but we couldn't present the list. So we presented the list anyway, and we appealed the rejection that we got. Right now, it isn't over yet because we deemed that doing such a change 1 month before the deadline for the presentation of the list actually is a violation of the rule of the law. So we decided to appeal to the European Court of Human Rights. So we weren't able to participate to the elections, but probably we can continue this fight elsewhere. That's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to hear you had to deal with so many challenges, and hopefully this appeal will be successful. And I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you. It's not the first time that Italy goes to the European Court of Human Rights because also the previous parliamentary majority basically did another change of the law at the last minute. And in fact, the case for, I think it was the 2022 national elections was accepted and is being discussed now in front of the European Court of Human Rights. So I feel that we have some good chances of doing that.
Okay. Well, best of luck. And Thomas is just letting us know that there is a bit of slowness with the typing. Oh, sorry. That's just, anyway. Well, don't worry. We'll take everyone one at a time. Next, we have the Catalonian Pirates. Josep, please give us a summary of your election. Joseph?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yep,
Okay.
we can hear you. Sounds like you're outside.
I have some problem with my application, but that's all right. Okay. So for us, we have dropped overall in Spain from 60,755 votes to 40,442 votes. That's rising minimally in percentage from 0.07% to 0.08%.
Oh, it's not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yes. This is due to the fact that the previous European election was at the same time coincided with the municipal election through the state. The 75% of the state was in election. And in Catalonia, sorry.
That's okay.
You can see me? No?
No, but I think that might be because there are so many people in the room.
Okay. So in Catalonia, the territory where we are more in action, we went from
I checking the numbers, 4,082 votes to 6,217 votes. And that's go from 0.7% to 0.26%. The figure is very important as Catalonia is where the participation fell the most, from 56% to 43%.
Oh, wow.
17 points less. We are the only small party that our chef can increase. When the majority go down, like PACMA, or we go up very little, like Volt, because there are 4 other candidates, and one of them is the populist Alvais, who took away a lot of unhappy people. You know? So I guess we are in a good way to grow in Catalonia and in Spain.
That's great, with some positive news.
Yes.
There have been so many setbacks that it's really nice to hear some positive news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue with the Swiss Pirates. Is it Jorge? Jorge? Do we have anyone from the Swiss Pirates?
Yeah, actually, we didn't participate with the elections because we're not EU.
Okay.
And, whatever we did was mobilizing foreigners here, that the few countries who can have remote rights to use it. So we mobilized Germans and whoever else was allowed to remote vote to use that. That's all we could do.
That's a wonderful thing to do.
Maybe I can add some little thing. We invited the German and the French leader of the list and made a little event in Zurich. So yeah, we tried to help them.
Okay. Well, even if you were not able to participate in the election yourselves, I think it's wonderful that you supported other member parties. And I mean, after all, we are all in the same boat. We're all trying to achieve the same goal. So any help is really valuable. Thank you. Next, the Czech Pirates. Michal, would you care to give us a summary?
Well, since my information is not really going to be that positive, I hope you can see the presentation.
Oh, wow.
At one point last week, I was bored at work, so.
I see.
This is about the only bit of good news that you'll get. That's the turnout, which is getting better and better, since the European election is usually pretty poorly attended in this country, sadly. And you have a useful map to see where our country is. Very useful. And this is a result from the last 3 elections. 2014 was the last one that we didn't get in when Ivan Bartos was the candidate, but we still got the money to get in 2017 to the national parliament. Then 2019 we got the 3 MEPs that we had for the past 5 years, and you can see the very significant drop to this year when we only got the 1 candidate elected, which is Marketa.
Yeah.
Sadly, from the numbers, it seems that almost half the people that voted for us 5 years ago either switched sides or more probably stayed at home. You can see here the 2019 results, and the next one is the 2024. We dropped quite a lot. one reason for that, which you can probably see in other countries as well, is the blue one, the third row here, the Auto plus Chita, is the pretty new, pretty far right party, and that happened everywhere. They were able to mobilize their voters, so they usually don't really have anything. Now they got 10%. This map sadly wasn't really made for the results that we're currently having, so the contrast on the map on the right is very poor since we didn't get much. You can maybe see Prague in the center of the left part of the country, which is probably the biggest bastion that we still have.
I see.
Like 5 years ago, it wasn't really about the big cities. Now it's mainly about the big cities, sadly. Causes are still up for debate. We're getting some outside analysis to see where we made the mistakes. It was definitely because of the low turnout of our voters and voters in general. Even though it's better than most elections, it's still lower turnout than for most other kinds of elections in the country. I think everybody in the country, in the party, agrees that our messaging was really poor and the entire campaign was not really that good. I mentioned the new competition with the far-right parties, because some people may see the far-right parties as the protest vote that they used to give to us. And I see probably the biggest fault in us being part of the government, which is never good for any party. Even though on the outside, it's nice. We've got some nice pictures over the years with these three ministers. So for the pirate movement in general, it's probably a good thing to be in the government, because we have one party that can show results. Though on the inside of the country, I don't really think it's a good thing. You can see this is the 200 members of the Czech parliament, or the lower chamber, and the 4 black ones are the pirates currently, being the smallest of the 5 government parties, coalition parties. And you can see that the government has 108, potentially 109 members in the coalition. So the pirates are not necessarily needed to be part of that. So that also reflects how much we can actually push through the government. Also here you can see three arrows marked on the right, which are the government parties. 3 government parties run together. Those are the second row from the top, with 6 members elected. We're on the bottom with 1. So it's not necessarily that the entire government was punished in this election. In my opinion, the, let's say, more progressive, left-leaning, more social parties in the government, because the government is very much center-right. So I would say that we were punished for being in it by a lot for voters, probably. This is the next steps. This year, already in September, we're already in another campaign. We have regional and Senate elections. 1/3 of the Senate, the upper chamber, will be elected. And the 13 regions, not Prague, will have regional elections in September. So there was no break, really. And that election will definitely show whether it's a downward trend in general, or whether it's just the European election being very different from the rest. And from that, we'll probably be able to tell how we'll do in the parliamentary elections in the autumn of next year. Sadly, if this trend continues in the autumn for the regional elections, that would mean that about half the regions won't have pirate representatives at all. Those are the orange ones, because they didn't get over the 5% threshold in this election. Question is how much the European elections correlate with the regional ones. Like, nobody really knows that well, but we shall see. sadly, the strongest region we have, which is Prague, is not part of this election, so that's not really going to help us. Here, if you want to talk, quick overview of the last national elections that we had. 2017 was the strongest turnout that we ever had. It was over 500,000 people. We got 22 MPs. And 2021, sadly, the parliamentary elections when we ran in the coalition and got out preferential voted by our coalition partner. We only got 4 MPs, even though the result was better. So now we only got 1 MEP, and the parliamentary in 2025 is up in the air. So that's about it. I see Raman and Mikuláš are here. If they want to say something, feel free.
Yep. First, I just want to say thank you for the extensive presentation. I also think it's great that you've taken the time to get external external analysis on the situation. So for those the rest of you in here, if you have statistics like what we already have talked about, please feel free to share them in the thread, and Florian will add them so that we can create a report for the whole European region. All right. So thank you. And again, do we have anyone else who wants to add something here? Mikuláš, maybe?
Probably not much to say specifically. I think Michal described the situation as it was. Maybe one thing that was worth of mentioning also probably already the possible impact of that I think is subject of disputes. There was there was so to say a parallel campaign run by one of the candidates that were lower on the list. That sparked some attention because visually and also by mood was a bit different from the official one. And this is certainly a result of lack of communication within the Czech pirates, or let's say different visions of how to approach it, and certainly have not helped us.
Okay. Well,
I swear it wasn't me.
Fair enough. All right. So, of course, it's tragic that things did not go well, but you are doing the right thing now. You're doing your best, and hopefully we'll see some growth in the future. Well, like Mikuláš says, everything is possible in politics. We are a little bit over, so I would like you to try and keep it as short as possible. Let's see here. I believe the Finnish pirates were not active. They were not in the election. Marco, can you just confirm that for me? There's no election report from Finland, right?
No, I don't have any.
Okay,
we
great.
didn't receive any info on that.
All right. In that case, could we get a short summary from the Germans? Gregory, go ahead. Just try and keep it as short as possible, because we need to move forward.
Yes, actually, our report will be presented by Lucas, who was one of the leading candidates.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I'm also the chair of the German Pirates. And, I am presenting our results. This election, we got around about 186,000 votes, which is 0.47%. And it's kind of sad. We didn't get an MEP elected. In Germany, we don't have a threshold. 0.6% were the value to score to get an MEP. And also sad is that we do not get any state funding at the moment anymore, because 0.5% is what you need for state funding. So at the end, around about 18,000 votes missed to get to that 0.5%. So the German pirates don't get any state funding anymore. We're still waiting for the really final result, but I don't think that that will change anything. So as German pirates, we are missing state funding from round about, I'm not completely sure how high it is, but it's around about something between 200 and 300,000 euros a year. So we are, kind of restructuring and have to think about how we are funding our politics in the future and the party in general. Also, it's really sad that we didn't get any MEP in, as we got an MEP in 2014 and 2019. And we are still analyzing things. I think some reasons are that we had a wrong focus in our campaign, that we didn't focus as much on online advertising and more on billboards on the streets, and that we didn't had a pragmatic campaign regarding the youth in Germany. And I think that some other small parties also stole, or not stole, but kind of got votes that originally went to us, as we saw that Volt just spent really much money during the campaign and always lied that they are the only and the first European party.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So Lucas, is your party planning to do the same thing as the Czech party and get some outside analysis?
Well, I think it would be a good idea to do that, but I'm not sure if you have the money for that. But we want actually to have an outside analysis on that, because it's always better to have someone look at it who is not in the party. But I'm not sure at the moment if we can fund that, because we do not get our state funding anymore.
Of course.
So we're clearing that up.
All right. So it's unfortunate that things did not go so well this year. Mike, go ahead.
Just if I may, to the analyzing of the results, getting the outside analysis, to me, is not necessarily the best thing to do. It might be, but it also depends on how you do it. You just must be sure not to hire a yes man who will just give you the result that you want to hear, which happens often in history.
I guess it's always a challenge. I'd like to also thank Lucas for the summary. We need to move forward so that we get through as quickly as possible, but I still think it's important that we cover, that everyone gets to say something. So next we have Francois. Iceland was not part of the election. So after Francois, it will be Mattis. Go ahead, Francois. Please keep it short.
Yes, very short. I just wrote most of the results in the chat, and I copy-pasted it in the discourse, so you can check it out. Basically, we did the same results as before with a different campaign with the same budget.
Okay, very good. Did you make any progress, or did you make a loss this year?
A little loss, but it's mostly the same results, like 0.11%, and last one was 0.13%, I think. So basically,
so
20
small.
1,000 votes. Yeah.
That's not too bad. All right, thank you, Francois. Next, Mattis. Mattis Godefroid.
Yes, I also tried to keep it very brief. Today is actually Grand Duke's birthday, so our national day. To talking then about the European election is very interesting because it also got mentioned during a lot of speeches today, because also the ultra-conservatives got a mandate here in Luxembourg. We lost nearly half of our votes. We were at 7.7 during the last campaign, and now we were under 5%. It was the reason why we lost a lot of votes, considering that we gained during the parliament election and gained a lot during the municipal election. It's because we had a very new list for these elections with no really known people, very diverse list, and we tried to show the voters that diverse candidates is better than having old MPs running for a seat that they don't actually want to fill. But the message did not go through. Also tried stopping the ultra-conservatives of getting a seat. Also, this failed, but we are actually not too worried about those elections too much, because we saw from the beginning that it would be very, very tough for us. The threshold is very high in Luxembourg, and now we just keep on going. We have a ton of other issues to resolve. The elections were important in the aspect that we wanted to get more young voters to vote for us, but unfortunately they also seem to vote for the right wing parties. Also, a problem was that there were a lot of new parties running, and they also I don't want to say steal, because it's democratic.
So votes
process.
went to them. Votes
Yes,
that
the
you
votes-
would have otherwise have gotten went to them.
Exactly. And that was a problem, and the stronger parties got more support than we did, but we were now not too worried about the future. We have now more than 5 years of no elections, so we can concentrate mainly on our work and building then the next campaigns in 5 years.
Okay, that's not too bad. It's good to hear that even though things did not go as well as they could have, you still have hope for the future, and that's great. Okay, next we have Jacob from the Swedes.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Can you just give us
Perfect.
a short summary with the statistics?
Yes, so we got worse results this election compared to the 2019. So in 2019 we got 0.6 about, and now we got 0.4. And we haven't done much analysis yet, but I think a leading cause is that our questions were not really the focus in the media. So we had a very hard time being seen above the other parties.
Yep, a very common challenge. All right, thank you for the summary, Jacob. Do we have the Slovenian Pirates? Aljas, can you give us a short
Yes.
summary?
Yes. So we didn't manage to participate in the elections. We had to also collect 1,000 votes, but we only managed around 700, 800, something like that. But we are also now, I think, I'm not entirely sure what we're trying to do, but I think that we're also trying to sue the ministry, because we had problems to get a vote. You need to basically get on the municipality, so they confirm it. But they were striking I think that the entire time we were collecting signatures, but also we have digital identity, but you couldn't use that to get signatures. So yeah, basically we're trying to change our political system a little bit so that on the next elections, basically many pirates, have are very proficient in the digital environment, but they just had to use those municipalities, and there were, if you're lucky, you get it done in 10 minutes. If you're not lucky, in 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you certainly understand that can slow things down a lot.
Yes,
but I hope things improve. It's a bit like the situation for the Italians. And hopefully you won't have to take everything to the European Court of Human Rights. Hopefully you can solve it locally.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I think that's everything. Not sure. I mean, that's the main part of it. Good luck.
Thank you very much. And with that, we move on to the next point. So point 3.B1, B2, the pirate delegation. So I believe that's Mob. Go ahead, Mob. The floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you. So, as already been said, the pirate delegation has shrunk from 4 members to 1 member, and that is Maketa Gregorova. So it will now be much smaller than in the past. Other than that, nothing has changed. Our agreement with the Green Zephyr Group remains in place, and we will have to figure out how to live in this new environment. So that was a very short presentation.
Yeah, well, short, concise, nice and sweet. Thank you very much, Mob. Okay. So with that, we've completed our summary, our report of the election. In summary, we've had both strong setbacks and positive developments that give us hope for the future. Hopefully, we can all work for better results next election. We'd also like to, moving to the next point C, we're opening for applications to host a physical meeting for the next council meeting. So that will be in November. Do we already have any countries that are interested in doing this? Mob, go ahead.
Yes, so just a quick backstory. In the past, we have either had online meetings or sometimes the board has tried to organize physical meetings, for example, in Strasbourg and Brussels. And the board has now concluded that it makes more sense to have an approach where the board will set up online meetings for the council meetings. And if any of the member parties wants to organize a physical meeting, they can then apply to do so in a similar way that PPI has done in the past. And also the European Pirate Party did many years ago. So this is more to put it on the agenda that right now we've opened up for applications. So if any member party wants to host the council meeting in November, they can apply to the board. But we're not expecting to have people apply here and now. It's more just the formal opening of receiving applications.
Okay, thank you, Mob. So please feel free to share your applications. We'd love to hear from you if you're interested in hosting the next meeting. All right. Do we have any questions at this point?
Can I add a quick sentence?
Go ahead.
So the deadline is 11th of September, according to the calendar set by the board. So any application to host the November council meeting would have to be sent to the board before the 11th of September. It can also be done on Discourse, of course.
All right. Thank you very much. If you don't have any further questions, we can go to the next point. So, for some reason I can't see this again. Just a moment, please. I'm sorry. Just a moment. Come on. Why is the system not cooperating with me? We need to, the next point is voting on the new meeting members. I just need to see the points. There we go. Okay. Point 4 is the election of board positions to chair and 2 vice chairs of the European Pirate Party. And this is due to the resignations that have happened. There have been several nominations. And let's see here. We have quite a lot of nominations. So let's see. Florian, you've been keeping track of the nominations. How many nominations do we have for chair?
We have 2.
Okay, and how many nominations do we have for vice chair?
10, one of which has been declined, and one of which is still unconfirmed. So I will use this time to ask the German delegation if they can confirm that Alex Kohler accepts his nomination as vice chair.
Oh, that's Thomas, because I've talked to him about it, and I have to vouch for him because he said yes, and then he's sorry he cannot attend today for other reasons.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
All right, Mikuláš, you go ahead. Your turn.
Maybe just a procedural suggestion, because some people of the, who are nominated are currently members of the board. I would suggest that all the nominations for the chairs and vice chairs also do apply for regular board members, provided that some of the positions would be vacated.
Yes. Okay, and Mob, your turn.
I had a look at the statutes about that, and it says that if you need to elect someone, that should be on the following council meeting. So if an ordinary board member gets elected to chair or vice chair, their slot will, as a board member, will not be filled today, but at the next council meeting, according to our statutes.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you, Mob. Okay, so the candidates have all had an opportunity to write a text about themselves on the discourse. And I'm going to assume that everyone has had a chance to look at those at this point. However, I think it prudent that we allow questions. So I think we should start with the vice chairs. And for those vice chair candidates who are here, that we allow for some questions. Mob?
The statutes is very clear. We elect chair first, and only after that do we move on to vice chairs.
Okay, we can do it that way. Sure. Sorry about that. All right. So we ask the questions then. No, it's okay. This has to be done correctly. Again, this is my first chairing of a council meeting, and so it's not going to be perfect. Okay. Thank you again, Mob. Let's continue. All right. We have 3 people who want to speak, so let's take them in order. Go ahead, Alessandro.
Yes, thank you, Chair. If I may suggest, because there are not so many candidates for the chair position, and also the chair position is quite important. I think that maybe we could allow them just 1 minute or 2 minutes each to speak to the council, and then open for the questions, and then vote. If we have time, the same theoretically should apply to all vice chair positions. Consider that if we have a nomination that is already, if we have a position that is already taken by the chair, it will be automatically withdraw for the vice chair position. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Absolutely. Let's just see what everyone else wants to say. So, Mathis, go ahead.
Yeah,
short.
Thank you. I agree with Alessandro. I also think it would be nice to get a short presentation from every candidate.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Mathis. And Bastian, your turn.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a good idea to change the chair for a moment until the elections are done for the vice chairs and the chair, because you are a candidate, and it's quite normal that you not present yourself as a chair. Thank you.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And if you recall at the start of the meeting, I said that we might require Mikolash services again. And that was exactly what I was referring to. So you're absolutely right, Bastian. However, I thought I might introduce the topic. So I guess this is a good time to do that change. Mikolash, are you still present?
Yes, I'm available. That's actually a nice opportunity to share if you don't mind.
All right, then go ahead. I hand the microphone over to you.
Thank you very much. Taking over, as we have currently 2 candidates for the chair, I believe it would be legitimate for each of them to provide some time to do some introduction, and then give some time for having questions from the assembly. So I would say let's start with the first 2 minutes of introduction, and then we will follow with the questions from both of the candidates. With that, I would say let's follow with the candidates in the alphabetical order of their surnames. So I would like to give the 2 minutes for introduction to Sarah Marson. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
You actually pronounce it really well. Thank you. All right. Now, I wasn't originally planning to be a candidate, as I would rather have seen an active parliamentarian candidate for this position. However, although I don't have the political credentials of someone like those who had these roles before, I do have a lot of experience with different types of boards. If you've read my summary, you will see that I've been involved with both very easy to work with boards and extremely difficult boards, ranging from really everything from professionals to, shall we say, rehabilitated youths who have been on the wrong foot in life. And I think I may have some experience that I can contribute. Those of you who have nominated me because you feel that I am trustworthy, that I finish what I start, and that I share credit where it's due. I'm not perfect. I don't get everything right, but I try. And if you think that I have what it takes, I will do my very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you also for keeping the time. As the second candidate was presented, Florian Roussel, called Emerald. Please introduce yourself. The stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. I am Florian, a French pirate. Most of you I have met, and it's been a real pleasure getting to get involved in the European scene over the past 2 years. The circumstances are a bit exceptional, and that's an euphemism to be sure. I have hope for the future, and I feel honored to have been on the previous boards and on the path with a lot of experienced and visionary pirates whose vision and task I will want to carry on and develop even further. I started out slowly in the French pirates. I was instantly hooked when I discovered the European scene, and I got to meet a lot of diverse pirates. I really think that we have an opportunity to make the movement shine when authoritarians rise, when simple liberties are threatened, when no one even thinks anymore about democracy and how it should be done and thought about as a culture. I really want to open up the space for every pirate to develop their projects and cooperate to the best of their abilities. I don't have any particular grievances with anyone. I know that I am slightly young, but that gives me passion, and I know that I can count on everyone and their skills to develop the movement even further. The main focus is, and I think Sarah shares them as well, will be to develop our community, our base, give more opportunities to all pirates, and also strengthen our network to be prepared for the next elections.
Thank you very much. So now is the time to actually ask the questions for our candidates. Please raise your hand if you want to raise a question. If you do, please specify which of the candidates are you asking, or whether you are asking both of them, and then we will proceed. Ideally, if you could phrase the question within, let's say, 30 seconds, and we expect the answers to be up to 1 minute. So, who wants to ask? Mathis, please.
Yes, thank you. I want to ask Florian what his visions are for our party for the coming years, and how he would like to tackle them, some issues that we have.
Florian?
So, the vision, I've been thinking a lot about this also in the context of the French Pirate Party, is that the pirate movement is in fact diverse, but we have to distinguish between the pirate movement as an ideal that we all want to go towards, and this will be an open space with developed and very unique democracy and participatory tools. And then we need to distinguish the electoral creatures who need to take positions into the debate, which is also different from the pirate movement as a space where all pirates gather and interact. So my thinking is that I want the European Pirate Party to be a space that allows for openness and involvement of everyone, while keeping in mind that the positioning in itself is only a means to achieve or to practice this this unique mindset of what we all want to achieve as pirates. And the main answer to your question is easy and not easy at the same time. Is we need to achieve this through trust, because we come from diverse environments, and we need to all learn to trust each other. And in my sense, that comes with giving each other responsibilities and trust to develop any projects. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for the reply. If Sarah, you want to reply to the question as well, please feel free to raise the hand as well. Otherwise, we are opening the stage again for other questions.
I really just want to say that I support Florian's approach. We actually had a workshop last weekend where every member of the current board discussed who or what we want to do in the future, and we're all in agreement that we need to develop our community and our networks. And I think that's somewhere where we're all going to work towards that, so that we are stronger, both for upcoming elections and for the next European election. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
Thanks for that. Sorry, paradox. They are two Polish sports, so fighting always everybody. Are there any more questions? Seems not to be the case, so I guess we can proceed to the vote. So the vote will, as usual, happen using discourse. I would like to ask the scrutinators for setting up the respective voting thread in the discourse. So it's over there. I will pass you the link for the vote to the. It's already there. So it's in the chat here, and also should be probably the MetaMouse. So it's in the MetaMouse. So please. Please vote.
Carola, please, if you cannot vote or get in discourse from your mobile, you can cast your vote here and somebody will register in discourse for you. Thank you.
How's from Rome?
Yes, so I mean, sorry for interrupting this. I just completely miss it from the beginning. I do apologize because I don't know why I published the thing is we are still missing from this 2024. I think it's not a problem. I think that this council can take a decision of it, but the Icelandic membership fee for 2023 has been settled up last year, but for 2024, as you can see in the wiki, it has not been paid yet. That's the only thing I had to notice as a treasurer. So basically, we have the outstanding fees for 2022, but most importantly, the 2024 membership fees that are not paid from the Pirate Party of Iceland. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, that's not great, especially when we are in the middle of kind of important vote.
I do apologize, really. I was thinking about it all the day yesterday, but today I simply forgot when we were talking about the voting rights. But it's actually in the wiki, so the wiki is reported correctly. And yeah, Carola, the thing is, I don't know why you didn't receive it because I've sent it, and also is published in wiki. But yes, yes, I know. I know I can give you the link again.
Okay, I guess we have faced such a situation already before, and still we are missing some votes in the overview, because I still don't see Catalonia. So I suggest we do the traditional trick of paying directly within the Fiobanka account. I guess, Michal, could you be able to process it if Icelandics are willing to pay the membership fee literally on site, as we see here, sit here? Okay, Michal is irresponsive, so maybe I can do that. So my offer is, as I'm holder of a Fiobanka account, I can do direct transfer within the bank, so we will see directly on the account here and now. Is anybody willing me to do so? I would subsequently provide you the respective IBAN to do the payment on my account, so that I will kind of like pay it on behalf of that respective party. Is there the interest coming from Iceland?
Mikuláš, I don't know. I mean, yes, I think that also Catalonia is in the same position of Iceland.
So in order to make it happen, somebody, means me, is supposed to pay 150 euro to the account on behalf of Iceland and 50 euro on behalf of Catalonia. Okay, I'm going to do that. With that, I would say we can have 5 minutes break until, or 7 minutes break until 12:50, so that we can process it. Shall I also pay on behalf of Pirate Party of Catalonia? Must.
On
Okay. Since we have objection to the procedure, so I declare this vote to be chaotic, and we will have to repeat it. Therefore, first we need to clarify the procedure. I would like to ask for procedural motion whether the Assembly agrees with the procedure of repaying the membership fees now during the session. So I would like to ask. For setting up the new voting thread whether we do accept this membership fees to be paid on to be paid now.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
I do object to this procedural motion because a procedural motion cannot overrule statutes.
Could you please provide me the reference to the statute?
Well, sorry, we do have a statute, and there are given rules about paying membership fees, and the rule how to pay it and when to pay it, etc. It should be given before the General Assembly. So, well, a procedural motion cannot overrule statutes. Otherwise, we need a statute amendment, and that isn't possible today.
Could you please refer me to the particular part of the statutes that require this or that make such a procedure invalid?
Sorry, I will try to find out the current statutes about membership fees. Just in a minute, I have to look it up. Sorry.
My reading of the Article 13, paragraph 6 is that member parties who do not meet their financial commitments will lose all voting and speaking rights within the organs and bodies of the association, as well as the right to propose candidates for position within the associations until they have paid off their arrears. My reading is that if it is paid, which has actually currently happened, then they regain the respective powers.
If that interpretation is given, is that money already on the account of the party, European Power Party, or in the hand of the board?
Yes, you can look at the transparent account of Fiobanca. I will actually provide the link that indicates that it happened. Yes, Alessandro did as well. So,
okay.
Yes, the list of outlining current memberships fees situation was distributed by the treasurer. It's actually in the wiki where it was indicated as unpaid. However, this situation can, of course, change during the assembly itself, and then the list have to be updated. This is only an obligation for a treasurer to provide the information timely before the session. Bastian, please.
Yes, you're right. You can amend the payment, but not after the roll call, and that's the problem. We have not the problem to accept money with the council meeting, but if you start an election, if you start a motion and the decision about it, then it's finished, and then you cannot open it again and say, wait a moment, we repair that. That's not possible. Thank you.
I have declared the previous vote chaotic, and I would like to repeat it. Thomas? Andreas Martin.
So I don't see what we're holding. If they pay the membership fee, they can vote. If they haven't paid the membership, they can't vote. If they pay it during the meeting, the moment we've noticed that they've paid, we can vote. But there's no reason for us to wait for that to happen. So we could just continue with the meeting. From Banca, we can see that Iceland has paid, so their vote can be counted. And then we can just move forward.
Gregory?
Thank you. Can you explain, please, what exactly was chaotic about the vote? It looks very clear and concise, consistent, so people have voted, and there's a clear result can be read. After the vote had been started, payments arrived, but they have not affected the vote as it was going. So Iceland and Catalonia are welcome to be counted after that election. I don't see the necessity for repeating the vote currently because I don't think that was chaotic. Please explain. Thank you.
Well, the chaotic aspect of the situation was precisely the fact that the scrutiny or the members eligible at the vote were not clarified properly at the beginning of the vote. So I see one hand risen from Thomas, which is forgotten probably.
Even the voting had been done wrongly, if I remember correctly. Some party or members do have 2 votes, etc. And I have a look at some, and I see in counting 4 votes given, 2 votes for one candidate, 2 votes for another candidate. I believe that's wrongfully counted in the ballot, so we should repeat the ballot completely. So we will have a real result with the votes given. It's assigned to each member.
I think this is the right and correct procedure. I think it makes. I mean, for the future of the European Pirate Party, it probably makes no sense that in this particular vote we will be disputing. The representation. So I think it is better to do the representation as broad as possible. I mean, like. Effectively, we are voting the chair that will represent the organization in upcoming at least months or ideally years. So, if possible, everybody shall be involved. I think it's not reasonable to exclude anybody based on procedural troubles. And secondly, we should find like broader compromise on it. So I think it is reasonable to repeat the vote once again. With that, I would say once again the question, because I haven't seen any reply from Catalonia. So Catalonia wants me to pay the membership fee as well. Yes. Huh?
There is no need to redo the vote. You can give everyone a minute to go into the same thread and change their vote if they need to be changed. But from what I see, all the votes there are correctly given. So there's no need to redo the vote. You have a voting thread. All the votes are there. We can all do the counting.
I would prefer, for the purpose of making record, to do it properly. But yes, it's also a valid procedure. Once again, I'm asking whether Catalonians want me to pay their €50 or we will proceed without them. I see yes in the GChat, so I'm going to do that. Please give me a few more minutes. Okay, so the second payment has appeared on the Bank account. As you can check there. I will provide the respective people my number of my account to be able to refund me further on. But with that, we can proceed to the vote itself. So you have the respective thread, and can we see the let's not miss the Catalonian vote.
Yeah, just to be sure, because I closed the thread when we were uncertain. Should I open it again for the Catalonians to cast their vote in it?
Yes, maybe then let's redo it completely, because if it is closed, so please start a new thread and we will close the previous one as
Okay.
invalid.
The new thread is in the chat and on Discourse.
So I would like to ask you once again, please cast the vote in the new thread that is in the chat from Discourse. Which of the candidates you prefer, or you can also vote for both of them if you want. So I see most of the people have already paid. Paid cast their vote, sorry, and we are just missing 3 of And I just repeat this approval voting. So when you have 2 votes and there are 2 candidates, you can provide 0, 1, or 2 to each of the candidates. So it might look that way that you are casting 4 votes altogether, but that's because it's approval voting and we are voting approval for 2 candidates. Okay, so all votes are in, so let's count the votes first. Yes, and also my count agrees with what was counted. So seems to be that with the slightest majority of 14 votes against 13, Florian Roussel has become the newly elected chairperson of the European Pirate Party. Congratulations. Florian, do you want to say something?
Mr. Chair?
Gregory,
we have objection.
Gregory?
Apologies for the lengthy procedure, but to our reading, the statutes are very clear that the votes had to be counted or cast differently. You explained that it was approval voting, and people have cast the vote in the same way. But somebody have very noisy background. So the problem the statute gives that if only one candidate to be elected and there's just two candidates, then that it's not an approval voting, and we have whoever got more than 50% of the votes cast in the first round, and that's it's a what number is it? It's a subtext 5. So if only one candidate is to be elected, the candidate who gains more than 50% of the vote cast and the most of the votes in the first round, the person elected. So we have to count, by only two candidates, we have to count the votes as a simple majority vote.
That's an incorrect assumption. It's nothing in paragraph 17.5 that says that it's not approval voting. And 17.8 specifically said method voting will be approval voting, meaning that every voter may have one vote per candidate. So the only thing on 5 is that you need 50% of the votes and you need to have the most number of votes. But the fact that it's approval voting makes it easier to reach the 50% threshold. It doesn't affect it in any other way. The statutes are super clear. 17.8 says method of voting will be approval voting. There's nothing in 17.5 that says that that is not the case in that scenario.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I consider the objection to be invalid. And we may, I mean, like, if any of the candidates want to say anything, you can.
I don't have anything to add.
Yes. Thanks for all the support, and sorry for the bit of chaos. This is always a bit of tricky situation, but I believe we will have the newly elected chair, and that guides us further on. And I hope we will not start the new our further operations with sort of like a seat for disagreement based on the procedure. So sorry if it looked chaotic. I tried to do it. I tried to do my best in order to provide strong mandate for the new chairperson. With that, I guess I'm supposed to transfer the chairing back to Sarah, because there will be vote on the vice chairs, provided that you actually don't want me to continue in chairing for the
Oh, well, I don't think it's appropriate, since I am a candidate for vice chair.
So is it fine for the assembly if I continue with the election of vice chairs? Okay. Since there are no objections against my chairing, so I'm going to proceed with the vote of vice chair. So I just need to open the respective proposal. So we have currently as vice chairs nominated Alexander Koller, Florian Rousseau. This is invalid anymore. Matthias Birnemalm declined. Sarah Hjalmarsson is nominated. Mattis Godfroy, sorry for pronouncing it incorrectly. Tim Leidik, Marek Barbuš, Erik Liam Bibikov, Raman Oiha, and Jan Liška. With that, I would like to proceed as previously, alphabetically. I'm giving each of the candidates 2 minutes for having a speech. So I'm preparing the timer, and the first candidate that is alphabetically according to the surname on the list is Marek Barbuš. So the stage is yours.
Okay, if I'm audible, can you just let me know in the comments or in the chat if you can hear me? My Wi-Fi's been kind of wonky. Yeah, okay, thank you. So, hey, hello, my name is Marek Barbuš. I'm 18 years old.
I actually struggle to hear you. Okay, seems that there are technical issues, so I would proceed to the further candidate and leave Marek time to get prepared his sound system. So I'm going to restart the timer, and as the next candidate who has to get ready is Erik Liam Bibikov from the Czech Pirates. So the stage is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Liam. I have two names. I'm using the second one, the middle one. I'm candidating for the vice chair position, and my vision for the party is that I would like to see it more in the offline. That means I don't think that many voters and citizens have any perception of the European Party, and I believe that it should work as a assistance platform for the national parties. And basically, the last elections to the European Union Parliament, for us at least, it's gone a little bit wild and shifted towards the right wing. So I believe that now or never we have to pull on the string together, and basically I would like to see coordinated and step-by-step plan to help the national parties to present themselves in offline world as well as online world for better marketing and for better visibility among the people. Because I don't think that many national parties are visible enough among the other parties and among the other politicians in their member states. So yeah, that's my vision for the European Parliament. For the European Party. And if anyone has a question for me, I'm happy to answer it.
Thank you very much, and thank you also for keeping the time. As the next candidate for vice chair, we have again Sarah Hjalmarsson. So the stage is sorry, Mattis Godfroy. Mattis Godfroy is the next one according to alphabetical order. So stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it was time that Luxembourg also nominated someone for the board. My name is Mathis Godefroy. I'm 25 years old. I am elected here in Luxembourg, in municipality, the 7th biggest municipality. I'm sorry that our nomination for my candidacy came pretty late. We had a few discussions and also a lot of different things to work out at the moment in our party, but I am now, after the European elections, the new liaison person for all the European matters in Luxembourgish Pirate Party. I have a labor union background. I work for a labor union. I also still study, and as I said, I am elected one of the 27 pirates that are elected in Luxembourg. For me, it's very important also to have young pirates in the board to promote positive change in a world that's heavily separated, a Europe that's heavily separated. And I think that pirates should form a very strong alliance together with all the different national pirate parties and come up with a European-wide strategy to fight against extremism and especially right-wing extremism. In addition, I will just finish my sentence. I think that it's very important that we work together and have a very strong best practice exchange in the future board. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the speech, and with that, I hope my knowledge of alphabet this time doesn't fail, and I'm finally giving the space to Sarah Hjalmarsson. This is yours.
Okay, thank you. And you've heard me before, so I will try and keep it even shorter. First of all, I think the party needs people who are already in positions of power, because that will help our image and our ability to work forward. But where I can contribute is in connecting groups. I was able to connect the Nordic chapters of ACES International, which is an organization for security managers, and get their young professionals working effectively with some of the much older generational members. So that is where I would focus if I become a vice chair. I will do everything in my power to ensure our community gets stronger, and that the relationship between PPEU and all the parties in Europe remains strong and is strengthened and boosted, so that we together can realize the potential of this movement that we are part of. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for a very good keeping of the time. And as the next candidate, there should be Alex Koller from German Pirates. I don't know whether he is present. Is there anybody who would like to present his candidacy on his behalf from German Pirates who nominated him?
Sorry, obviously I have to do because I'm second in line, so I hope I do not forget a lot about Alexander.
That is yours.
So Alexander's quite active and had been in the past. He's been organizing, for example, the Pirate Security Conference in Munich for years now. Plus, he is the spokesman for on foreign policies for part of Germany. He used to be chair of the Bavarian branch for about till last year, I believe, and currently he's been elected to local board somewhere in Bavaria, as I remember correctly. And I know he would be eager to support PPU because he's got the expertise and might be very helpful. Sorry for being this short.
Thanks for delivering on his behalf, and thanks for proposing the candidacy nominated by Young Pirates of Europe. Is Tim here?
Yes.
So the stage is yours.
Yeah, so hello, my name is Tim, and I'm from Germany. I was really asked relatively spontaneously if I could be suggested here, and of course I said yes, because I do actually think I can help in some way. So thank you, YPE, for trusting in me. I don't want to steal much time. I hope you all have read my introduction text. And if you have any other questions, I'm of course at your full disposal. Thank you for being here.
Okay, that was quite fast. So thank you also for keeping the time. And with the next person starting with L's surname is Jan Liška from the Czech Pirate Party. Is he here? Is he here actually? Because if Jan Liška is not present, then I would have to ask to check international coordinator Michale, jsi schopen prezentovat?
Maybe let somebody else go first.
Okay, seems to be also struggling with the microphone. So we may continue to the person. With that, I guess we have, there is Raman Oiha. Raman Oiha to be presented. Are you here?
Yes, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, so stage is yours.
Okay, perfect. So just for a brief introduction, I'm Raman Oiha, as you can see. I'm 21 years old, and I've been a member of the Czech Pirate Party for around 2 years. Currently, I'm engaged as a vice chair of a foreign department, so I work under Mike Gill and am contributing to strengthening the relationship between the Czech Pirate Party and other pirate parties around the world. I have also had some experience with working in the European Parliament and with the organization of elections to the European Parliament on the PPEU level, where I contributed to drafting of a program for the European Parliament for the Pirate Party of EU, namely the Human Rights section. And I am also a candidate for the regional elections in Czechia for my region, the Moravia-Silesian region. I have also just recently finished my law degree in European Law Studies with a focus on EU institutions and EU fundamental rights. And in terms of my role as potential role as vice chair, I think that it is really important that we have young candidates who have an agenda, who have concrete goals in relation to how they can help the organization grow, especially now in these times, since it's important more than ever to sort of ignite the spark And whereas I cannot promise to be the matchstick who lights the spark up, I can promise to do my best to keep the flame going. And I would namely like to focus on redrafting or remaking the statutes of the PPU, because I think that that is something that has to be changed. And also on developing the PR and the public policy image from our side, namely working with social media, which I have a lot of experience on, and sort of making us visible on the European level, and also to strengthen the connection between pirate parties and the Czech Pirate Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope meanwhile Marek was able to repair his microphone. So second try, Marek Barbush, are you here?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. So please don't change anything about your mic and just.
Okay. Okay, so hey, once again, my name is Marek Barbush and I am a member.
I'm afraid the last thing I have heard is I'm a member.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Again.
I'm restarting the counter.
We have a picture of you, but you're still muted.
I'm muted now. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try it for the last time and then I'm sorry. Again, I work as a coordinator for the Czech Pirate Party for the Central Bohemian region, which means that my agenda is doing everything that the elected politicians don't really want to do, which means I have a lot of experience with administrative part of project management, let's say, including finances and stuff. But yeah, I've also been participating in the European Youth Parliament, which is a international student organization that focuses on active citizenship, and I've been very passionate about that, and I still do it even though I don't have much time. But I would like to focus now on the Pirate Party of Europe, and because I feel like it's a shame that this such a influential form of organization doesn't have very well established ways of letting other people know. And I would like to work with our limited amount of MEPs right now in order to spark up the interest in pirate policies and the pirate ways of governance, including the transparency, etc. And what does that mean? I would really love to focus more on social media, especially Instagram, since we're a young party. Why don't we have an official Instagram? And I would like for this to be my personal project, because I truly believe that using strong pirate politicians in a European context may ignite the passion in people, young people, because that's how I was drafted to the Pirate Party, to join and take action and join us. So yeah, thank you for your time and thank you for the opportunity to talk for the third time in a row. I hope I was well audible, right?
Yes, you are well on time. So thank you for that, and thank you for solving the microphone issue. Happens to everybody of us sometime. With that, we have a last candidate who was not yet presented, which is Jan Liška from Czech Pirates. Is he here, or does the international coordinator want to present this candidacy?
Sadly, I don't see him here. I was trying to call him, but it's not picking up. So I'll try on the fly at least to translate what he wrote about himself in the primaries, if you can call that, or very fast process that we had this week. Based on the last elections results, it is easy to introduce. It is understandable to introduce some change into our process. One thing I believe that's quite important is the perspective of young people. For myself and the young people in my around me, I believe that the Pirates in the long term is a party kind of without the soul. And we should be more radical. And I believe as a young student, I can provide such an approach. Something about me, or rather about Jan. Currently, I'm a baccalaureate student in architecture. Of architecture, I'm part of the ICOMOS organization that's interested in the protection world, in the international pirate movements or any European stuff, but believes he's capable of offer feedback and cooperation. Okay, I think that's very much it. Also says that he's fluent in English and has a decent German.
Thanks, Michal, for introducing the candidate. So now again, we have time for asking the questions for the candidates. I would follow the logic that if a candidate is not present, then the respective international coordinator may reply on behalf of that candidate. Yet again, please keep the questions short, I would say up to 30 seconds, and specify whether you want to ask one candidate or all of them. The candidates are, of course, not obliged to answer, especially if there would be like too long. Too many same type of answers. It's fine to say agree with the others. With that, when you want to reply to these general questions as a candidate, please raise your hand. So with that, I'm opening the stage for raising the question. I see a hand risen from Lucas from German Pirates. So please ask the question.
Thank you, Miklos. I actually have a question to Liam. You mentioned that you want the European Pirate Party to help the national parties. Do you already have a strategy on how to help the national parties in the elections? Because on that topic, I actually agree with you, but I'm interested if you already have some ideas on how to do that.
Okay, thanks for the question. To answer it, I don't have any specific steps yet because, as you said, it's more about an idea at this point. But to imagine the next steps, if I were leading this idea, I would like to talk to delegates from the national parties and to create a strategy with each national party, because the people, the citizens in every member state, they have their own priorities and the regions might differ. That's the first part. And the second part is to cooperate with each national party in a harmonized way to actually help reaching out to people in local events and local matters. For example, basically, I don't know, let's say there's going to be a pride parade somewhere or something, and maybe it would be a good idea to prepare this day and to promote the party in the parade and everything like that. So that's just an example. That's of course, I know that many parties and many people participate in pride parades, and that's just like one thing. For example, in Berlin, I know that German pirate parties do participate. But at the same time, for example, in Berlin, I believe the visibility is extremely low. When I saw the pirates on the on Pride Parade, it was very would I say that they were extremely behind the parade. They were invisible. They weren't talking to people, and I believe that we need to coordinate the steps to increase the visibility on these actions, on these events, and of course to realize which events would be viable for the party to take part in.
Okay, thank you. Is anybody of the other candidates willing to comment on this question as well? Seems not to be the case. Are there any more questions? Matis, please.
Yes, I would like to answer the question that Florian sent in the chat. So what we did as PPLU at the moment is that we try to reach out to all the regions next to Luxembourg and try to help them build a pirate party in those regions, so in Belgium, France, and Germany, and help them as best as we can. The thing that is a great asset from our side is that we have a lot of resources and a lot of people that have a mandate at the moment. So then we are able to host, for example, the CM and help other countries that are in need of resources or that are in need of man or women power. We can help in that regards. And now we are trying to establish kind of the same strategy that was mentioned before. We want to be more in contact with different countries that are a bit struggling at the moment and help them as best as we can. What we try to do, the strategy that we want to implement is best practice exchange, in one sense that we can show how it worked for us, and maybe that that we can then also implement that in that country. And I think that is the strategy that we want to implement now.
Thanks. Okay, are there more questions, or is somebody willing to reply on a particular question? So I see there was some discussion ongoing in the chat, but apparently nobody insists on having the further spoken discussion. So I would like to ask for creation of the new thread for vote. The vice chairs of the European Pirate Party. Just to remind us the rules. The vote is approval voting, so you can vote for each of the candidates, and you can provide each of the candidates up to the amount of votes you have or less. And then we follow the Article 17 in the statutes. I will preferably link it to the chat. Article 17 of the statutes. So please cast your votes. Has everybody cast the votes? So we are still waiting for the results. Stay tuned.
Mikuláš, we have the vote count.
So could you please read it out?
Florian? Maybe?
Yes, I have results under my eyes. So, in the order presented in the thread, we have Alexander Kohler at 7 votes. We have Sarah at 14 votes. We have Matis at 9 votes. We have Tim at 6 votes. We have Marek at 10 votes. We have Eric at 7 votes. We have Raman at 8 votes. We have Jan at 6 votes. Therefore, Sarah and Marek gathered the most approval, while also gathering more than 50% of the votes. They are elected vice chairpersons of PPEU. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the both elected vice chairs. If you want to give some insights, the stage is yours. Because otherwise I will use the opportunity to transfer chairing to the chair of this meeting and newly elected vice chair, Sarah. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Mikuláš. And thank you, everyone, for your trust and support. I'm not really sure what to say about that other than I will try my very best to meet your expectations. So with that, the voting is over, and as we don't have any other order of business, it is time to end our meeting. Marco would like to say something. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, one thing that I forgot to say during my report is a great thank you to Mikuláš and Florian, who helped us a lot with basically, thanks to them, we could present our symbol with the European Pirate Party symbol, thanks to them having to do with the Italian bureaucracy at the embassy. And that will also help us a lot in our appeal. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Marco. It's good to hear that pirates are helping each other out. Do we have anyone else who wants to add something before we close today's council meeting? Bailey, and then Alessandro.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So I just want to say a couple of things on behalf of PPI. First of all, so on behalf of PPI, just congratulations to the new chair and vice chairs, and we wish you all the best going forward. I wanted to say something also just about the European election results. I know this discussion was earlier, but yeah, obviously, you know, it's disappointing. There's no way around that. Absolutely sucks that Pirates did not get the results that we were all hoping for in this past election. I'm sure it feels like a huge slap in the face to all of you after working so hard on your campaigns. But, you know, that said, I just want to say, please don't let that discourage you. It doesn't sound like, it's killing anybody's motivation or anything, but I just feel like it needs to be said. Don't let this discourage you. Don't let it kill your love of being a pirate. Pirates are still amazing. Pirates in Europe are still amazing, and others have said it already, but just to reiterate, like we need the pirate movement now more than ever, with everything moving further and further to the right. I don't have to explain it to anybody here. You all know what I'm talking about. But pirate values and principles are so important, more important than ever. And, not only when it comes to digital rights and civil liberties and like our core issues, but how we apply our values and our principles to all areas of politics and society, as well as in our own community. Anyway, just wanted to say that thank you for everything that you do, everything that you stand for, and please continue to have hope and just keep going. And PPI is around. You know how to find us. Let us know if there's anything we can do, or if you want to have another joint meeting sometime or collaborate in any way. We're here. Thank you.
That's awesome. Happy to hear it. I also noticed that I missed Marek Babush's comment here, and I would like to let Marek say a few words before we continue. I feel terrible about missing that. Go ahead, Marek.
No worries. I would just also like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to realize myself somehow, and I will not disappoint you. I already have some plans in mind, so after first board meeting or something like that, I'll definitely let you guys know what we came up with and how else can you participate as well.
All right. Thank you, Marek. All right, then. So we had Alessandro, then Florian, then Bastian.
No, I just want to have the profile. I mean, greetings with a picture. So after all, just maybe we can just switch the cam on and say goodbye. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, we'll do that right at the end. Florian? You're muted, Florian.
Yes, I need to find back the tab. Thanks for the trust and support. It means a lot to me. Thanks a lot to everyone who showed up and decided to rise up to the occasion for the vice chair's nominations. Congratulations to those elected, and I want to directly reach out to those who were not elected. In the framework we want to have, we want to give you the opportunities to do whatever you have in mind. So please don't take this as a loss. Don't take this as a rejection. We want you on board, and you can trust me. We will make sure that you will get on board.
Thank you, Florian. And finally, Bastian.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm a little bit astonished that nobody is have a word for the new development that Mariquetta will change the fraction from EFA to Renew Europe, and I think it's a subject to discuss it in the council meeting, and the next council meeting will be somewhere. And we have no chance to discuss it, and yeah, it's a pity, I think.
Thank you, Bastian. So, Mob, go ahead. And then Mikolash.
As I mentioned before, Marketa has indicated no intention to change group in the European Parliament. And there is an agreement between the European Pirate Party and the Greens EFA group that we will sit in the Greens EFA group. So if Marketa wants to swap group and still be a pirate, she will have to bring it to a council meeting. So I wouldn't worry until there's something to worry about. Right now, Marketa has indicated in no way that she will swap groups. So there's no reason to speculate that she might.
Mikolas, and then Bastian.
Yeah, I specifically wanted to reiterate what Mop just said. I mean, as previously mentioned, there is the existing agreement. There is the common pirate strategy that actually binds also Marketa, and there is certainly a need for consultations to do such a step with the European Pirate Party. So I believe should it happen, that certainly Marketa would bring it to the table here. For now, this is not the case.
Okay, thank you. And Bastian, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's not a speculation by myself because I'm old. Marketa made a post on Twitter that she wants to do that because Arno is left the Renew Europe. I think the post is erased now, but I have it, and so it's no speculation. Don't tell me a liar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bastian. And I think, yeah, it's a bit too early to make any decisions on that point there. Do we have anyone else who wants to say something? Go ahead, Mikolas.
Yeah, I just wanted to indicate that it was never my or anyone else's intention to call you a liar. I mean, like the speculations are are based on the fact that there was admitted negotiation ongoing between Marketa and the Renew Group. But as said, the existing agreement between the Greens IFA and European Pirate Party is intact. So unless it is changed, it applies. This is as it is.
Okay, thank you, Mikolas. All right, I would also like to extend a particularly big thank you to Bailey for that inspiring speech. I know it's tough for everyone, but you're right. We have to keep going. We're all in the same boat. We'll get there together. And with that, I would like to round off our meeting. Let's take that group photo. So if everyone turns their camera on, we can take that group photo. Always nice
Amazing
to see
you
everyone.
all. Yeah, it's amazing. Marek, Matis, Jose, Jakub, Filip, François. Who is François? Voilà, François. Liam, no. Bailey. Ciao, Bailey. So, Sarah, it is up to you now to take the photo you are chairing.
Right. Okay. Oh, come on. Just a second.
Are we ready, Sarah?
Yeah, just sorry. The computer I'm on is new, so it's not in the language I'm used to. Just a moment. Here we go.
Mikolas, where are your
Alrighty.
dogs?
Everyone ready? All right. Yar! Give it a good smile there. Awesome. Oh, goodness. Let me do one more just to make sure we've got it. Okay, here we go. Big smile. Yar! There we go. Perfect. Lovely. All right. Thank you, everyone. I've taken the picture now, so I'll get it to you, Alessandro.
Thank you.
All right. And
thank you,
for
everyone.
everyone, have a lovely weekend. get some good rest, recharge, and we'll see you
too.
soon.
For the barbecue.
Yes, oh, we went for the barbecue.
More like weekend.
All right.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.